Hello everybody, this is IAmTheChezz here, and I figured I'd bring you a couple more important facts about Pirate101 real quick. It's nothing too fancy, but the main thing I wanted to tell you is that the whole paying system and stuff for it, and subscriptions and stuff, is going to work exactly like Wizard 101. Like the first half of the world of Skull Island, that's where you start. The first half of that's going to be free to play forever. Like, you don't have to pay anything, just like Triton Avenue and stuff is free in Wizard 101. And then after that, you're either going to have to pay with crowns or get a membership / subscription. And when it says play with crowns, it says King's Isle crowns let you buy premium game zones. So I'm assuming that your Wizard 101 crowns and Pirate 101 crowns are both linked, especially if you're using the same account, because you can sign up for Pirate 101 with your Wizard 101 account. So I'm assuming crowns are just like a universal thing for payment across both Wizard 101 and Pirate 101. So I don't think you'll have to buy $60 worth of crowns there and there. So I mean, you can just buy $60 worth of crowns, and you'll have, however many crowns that is for both games to spend until they run out. So I think that's kind of nice. But yeah, everything else is going to work exactly the same. You're going to have to either get a subscription or buy each individual area in Pirate 101 to play it. But other than that, just the first couple areas are completely free forever, and you don't need anything. You can just sign up and play it. Also, I just want to tell you a few things about just traversing between worlds and areas. As I said in the other video, there is Skyways for your ship, because each player gets a ship. And Skyways are basically just a way to hop from island to island in the spiral. Not from world to world, but from island to island, because most of the worlds are floating basically. But you can sail through the skies on your ship to go from place to place. And you will fight enemies in the sky. Some of them are just regular fish, barracudas or whatever, but then there's also enemy ships, which is where the whole shooting at other ships with your ship comes into play and stuff. And then there's also the wind lanes, which make it easier to travel. You just hop on one of those and you'll travel quickly, but you can't steer wherever you want. You follow that path, and they're clearly defined. You can see them, and if you travel on one of those, it steers for you and it goes wherever the path ends. And then to actually travel from world to world, so after you play through all of the first world of Skull Island, you'll get a quest, I'm assuming, to go to a storm gate, which is basically it's almost like a black hole type thing. It's just like a vortex sucking you in, and then once you go into that, you're released into the spiral, and you can either go to Valencia or Monquista or wherever you want to go from there. So you just travel into the storm gate, you get sucked in somehow or whatever, and then you get popped out and you just sail to whatever world you want. And it's kind of cool because in these pictures here, you can actually see the worlds in little bubbles, so it's kind of cool. You're in a galaxy type space environment almost, and you can sail from world to world. So I think that's kind of cool rather than just clicking and going. You actually get to travel there. It feels like you're actually moving to that place, not just appearing there. So I thought that was kind of cool. And the only 3 worlds announced right now are Skull Island, which is where you start, which is basically just kind of a jungle kind of thing. It has a lot of trees, a lot of fruits, and foliage, and also has kind of foresty animals like tree frogs and stuff like that as enemies. But it looks kind of cool. Next, you would go to Monquista, which looks dramatically different because it has a lot of temple type things, or palaces almost. It looks it's just like a wasteland almost. It's very, it's covered in dirt rather than green foliage and trees and stuff. It's more not quite a desert, but pretty close to a desert, very mountainy and brown, and lots of tans and yellows and whites in there. But it looks still nice. I like the design of it. But the monkeys, which run Monquista, they seem like they'd be an interesting bunch, because they're basically just high-tempered, very sporadic and crazy, you would assume a monkey would be. Apparently they have massive egos and harsh tempers, so I assume they would be quite a fun bunch to meet. Then you would move on to Valencia, which I think looks amazing. It's basically very stormy almost. You're in the clouds, and it's kind of darkish. It's not quite a storm, but it's weird. I don't know how to explain it, but it looks really cool. And the one picture here just looks amazing. It's a mechanical sky. I don't even know, but it looks really nice. All 3 of these places look really nice, and they're very unique from one another. So I think that's cool that they're so different, similar to the Wizard 101 worlds. And then it just says more mysterious worlds, so obviously they'll be adding more as time goes on, but these are just the 3 that we start with. So yeah, that's basically travel and what you should expect as far as the game locations once you start out. But again, let anyone know that's interested to subscribe. I'll be releasing more information as it comes. I'll let you know when the beta is released, when the full game's released, etc., etc. And of course, if I get into the beta, I will be showing you gameplay footage of the game as soon as I can. So yes, please subscribe. Please like the video, favorite the video, share the video. It really helps me, helps anyone else that's interested in news. And yeah, that's about it. This is Chezz. I will see you next time. Peace.